Well, this is going to be a little different for me. Gosh, sorry, Sue. Need to trim my nose hairs. Not sure what to say on this one. 64 years old, and in my lifetime, we've never seen a storm this big potentially hitting us directly. It's showing a little farther south, but that's not going to make any difference whatsoever, as big as this storm is. Give you a little update on our situation with AMI Dolphin Tours. If you all remember, last time we came through with flying colors. All the boats did fine. So this one, we actually pulled most everything out that we could. The back of the hotel looks pretty much similar to what it did the last Hurricane Helene. So we'll just see what happens. Our big boat's there, one of our slide boats, all of our rental boats are still there. So it's going to be interesting to see what happens. You know, I bought a boat from a hurricane down in Fort Myers and saw all that destruction. And they're just getting back now. What is it, a year and a half later? This could happen to Anna Maria also, where it just completely devastated it, just like those folks down in Fort Myers just got or last year, or, you know, the people up in the Panhandle and everything. It's a scary time. Fortunate my wife, sister, JD's girlfriend, and her mother, my wife and my sister, I think I already said that. My kids, Benny and Elena, are over in Lakeland. So that they'll get away from some of the brunt, but the way they're talking, it's going to affect all the way across there. My daughter, Nicole, her husband, Kyle, and the 2 grandkids, they went up to South Carolina. So hopefully this thing just, once it exits Florida, it just keeps going out. Excuse me. It's we're in Northwest Bradenton. Shannon, JD's girlfriend, has a house in Palmasola Park, which is like up on a ridge. It's super high. So storm surge there. We should be fine. My sister's house, we boarded up all the windows. We actually used foam. Sorry, Paulette. It's going to be a mess to get out. And I don't know if it's going to even work. The little shift to the south made the storm surge obviously go farther south. But, you know, anytime you look at those, it's not, you know, you never know what it does. It's been going north, south, all over the place. It's been making funny jogs. It does have some dry air getting into it now that can make it be a little bit less wind. But from what Mike's, what the hell is he? Mike's Weather Channel, that guy's on point. And of course, he just lives up in Hudson, north of here. So he's feeling the same way that we all are here. It's we're gonna still try to put some cameras up and whatnot, some waterproof stuff just outside of the house. It's gonna be happening here pretty soon. We had some first bands come through and whatnot, but I'm safe and sound. Safe and sound. I'm safe, whatever the sound is, I think. But yeah, so we potentially, you have to be realistic about it. If it hits the island, unfortunately, we're out of business for a while. So it's, but we stay positive. That's the biggest thing. I had been looking into some other opportunities. That's just my nature. On some other businesses, and we had been looking into the dumpster roll-offs for about a year, and we actually purchased after Aline some more dump trailers and actually some roll-offs. So if the tour business goes south, and I'm not saying it is, I'm a realist. We may have that opportunity to keep going. We did put some stuff up on YouTube. It's Ben Chasing Squirrels. Ben Chasing Squirrels. Yeah, that's kind of been my life, looking and jumping at the next opportunity and whatnot, and trying to build something. So we're going to show you something. This is I'm sure you've all seen all the different models and everything. I'm going to just show you something that's kind of interesting. I don't know how this is going to work. This is something I learned on Mike's channel. And again, this has been going all over the place. But right there, where it's showing, you can see that all that red is 10 feet plus. Now that is south of us. Where it says Bradenton, straight under that B, that is where Anna Maria Island is. It's actually about right in the middle where the B is. You can see it really drops down. That's 3 to 4 feet. That's what we're hoping for. You don't want to wish it on anybody else, but as it gets closer, I'll try to zoom in, but we're going to lose all this. Well, maybe not. As it goes in, it's for some reason I've been losing this, but this is Longboat Key right here. This is New Pass, essentially. Anna Maria is up here, and so you can see the colors up here for storm surge. But this hurricane's just so big that we're still going to get, the waves and everything from it. It may blow some offshore winds here. I don't know how big that eye is going to be where the wind's going to start coming this way. But this is what I've been watching for days, and I have to hand it to Mike at Mike's Weather. I think that's, I for some reason I clicked off of YouTube. But yeah, it's a bummer. Yeah, see, it just did it. We just lost all that. But this is the latest, greatest. This is from 9 a.m. this morning is what it's showing. Now, y'all might have saw something update and whatnot, but I keep hitting the refresh and we see what it does. And yeah, there's Milton right there. I'm not it appears that it's still, actually, it shows that it's gone farther south now, below Siesta Key, with this just new refresh here, which for us, it's a good thing for, gosh, it keeps working its way down, to Boca Grande, Minnesota, all these places, Charlotte Harbor, and Fort Myers is just right down there, Cape Coral. It's, you don't wish it on anybody. But it does show Anna Maria now only at a foot. So that offshore wind should really be doing something. I don't want to be Mike's channel by anything, but this is the stuff that I've been going through and trying to learn. I've learned more about this stuff through Mike's than I really ever wanted to. You know, we've always laughed at these meteorologists and stuff, but the stuff that they do is absolutely amazing, and all this track and everything's pretty awesome. I'm back at Paulette's. I did buy a nice raincoat, so I've been staying dry, but my my pants, I've gone through about 5 pairs of pants because it's raining so hard. So I'm here doing laundry. I won't do any selfies as I walk around or anything. So yeah, we've got the house in good shape. Just wanted to kind of, you know, y'all have been so kind with your prayers and everything during the last storm. So it's going to be okay. Like I said, we're in a good spot, especially if this is accurate now. You know, I hate to wish it on anybody else, but the farther south it goes, the better it is for us, but the worse it is for somebody else. So just, you know, make sure you're praying for those guys down there too. The wind's going to be gnarly. It's not going to be good at all. Not going to be good at all. Yeah, see, even on this Zoom Earth, it just showed it going down to siesta, so that just upgraded too. So these are 2 different ones. CERA, CERA, Coastal Emergency Risk Assessment is what it's. So that shows it that it moved also, and then this Zoom Earth is another good one that you can kind of keep track of, but now it's showing it's going right over Siesta Key on that. Yeah, so there's my profile picture for any of you that wanted to really see what a goofball I look like. Yeah. So it's been chasing squirrels. But I'll be posting this to YouTube too. We're just trying to get through all this mess and, you know, see what happens. I mean, you know, Venice, Nokomis, all these South Venice, man, Inglewood. I started fishing out of there when I first got my captain's license back in the 70s. Thanks, Scott Moore, for getting me into this mess. But yeah, so that's really it. I don't want to become a weather guy, and I wanted to thank all you guys for all your prayers and whatnot. And, you know, this is a big one. I don't know how much I'm going to stick my face out into this one. But I'm sure I'll probably try to get some, hopefully no trees falling or anything like that. But God bless y'all, and thanks for the prayers, and keep them up. We need it. Give somebody a hug.